Hey guys, I welcome each and every one of you. This is Trop here, and I'm doing another Genshin Impact video. This time, as you will be able to tell in a moment just from my adventure rank, that, well, I've pretty much reached the end game at this point, and we will be discussing a couple of things that you might want to know about. So on today's menu we have, bunch of end game stuff like grinding and grinding and grinding. I'm joking. So I will be talking about what to do between the story gaps, what to do after you've finished your main quests. How to build your characters, how to which teams to use for your Spiral Abyss missions, and so on. And if you're interested in something in particular, I will put the timestamps down in the description below. By some sheer luck, right as I log on, I get a random event mission, and as you can see, it's a perfect occasion to show you. On the left side underneath the minimap, you can see that you do not get any EXP towards your adventure rank, so it only gives companion EXP, some Mora, and some ore. Also notice how I just logged on and take a look at my resin amount. Keep that in mind, and we'll talk about that later. But let's talk business. You've pretty much done all the main quests. You've got some world quests left. Maybe you've picked up all your Geoculus and Anemo thingies, and you've discovered the whole map. You should be around the level 30, adventure rank 30, and you're asking yourself, what should you do now? So first things first, always do your dailies. The daily missions give the most amount of experience. Nothing gives as much EXP as the daily missions. You can't see it here because I've pretty much done all my missions before that, the night before, basically right after they reset, and the rewards you get from the guild don't give you any adventure EXP. You get the EXP from the missions themselves straight up. And if I'm correct, I believe it's around 900 in total. And while you're picking up your daily mission rewards, you should also sort out your expeditions, because that's another free income of items that you can get. It's it takes just a couple of clicks. Obviously, you have to have the characters for it. I mean, if you plan to do the Abyss and keep your main squad or your 8 characters home, don't send any of them outside, even if they got the bonuses on. As you can see me doing here, I just send out characters that I don't use, because the ones that I use have bunch of bonuses on reducing the time it takes for the expedition to finish, but I can't use them because I want to use them in the Abyss and in my team in exploring. Also, you can stop by the kitchen and finish up your ingredients, cook up any food you might need, and we're gonna head to the next place. This is a huge thing, many people don't know about this, but in the alchemy bench, you can pretty much make any of the materials you might need for anything, from upgrading your weapons, your character levels, like ascensions, your weapons, your talents, your artifacts. Anything can be made here, and if you've got the lower tier ingredients, you can just make them into the second tier or even third tiers for some price. Obviously, it's like 3-to-1 ratio, but you can make that better with a character. You can see there's a green light popping in there. If you've got a character that can boost the rates up, and obviously it costs some Mora, so be sure to have some of that as well. In terms of Mora, I'm currently running super low because all the characters cost super much to upgrade everything, so that's why I also recommend to get a Battle Pass, because you're gonna get low on Mora super fast. Everything requires Mora, and the Battle Pass just has so much of it. It's so useful. Get it, no discussions. So I told you to take notice of my resin amount earlier, and well, this is pretty much what you want to see every day when you log in. So the second best tip I can give you to progress faster is just don't ever get capped on resin. Never ever. You can see me here. I'm going for the gold ley line mission that requires resin, obviously. So you can hear different opinions on this, like if it's useful or not to use your resin on gold or EXP books. But I am so low on Mora, not even the battle pass can like help me keep up, that I pretty much have to do these because that's like the only way you can get gold actually, like other than chests. Chests, as you may know, do respawn, but we do not have any information on in like how many or how often they respawn. So it's not a reliable source for gold. And well, you can see me here. Grab a chest, grab it. It's pretty sneaky. I do have a lot of chests open. I think I'm at like 700 already in Liu, and so it's always nice to find the chest. It's pretty rare, so that's what I mean. As I'm flying, I notice yet another chest, so be sure to grab that if you've never been there, or you might try your luck and see if it respawns. Apparently, only common chests respawn, so keep that in mind. Also, I've seen a couple of big YouTubers recommend some routes for chests, and my opinion on that is that it's pretty much a scam, a BS, or whatever you want to call it. You can't make a route for chests that respawn because you can't know which respawn. We don't have that information yet, so it's pretty much just videos to get likes and attention. That's all that it is, because you pretty much can't do any chest runs. And I don't even know why I'm killing this, but I just got lost in the thought process. So um, yeah, that's my opinion on chest runs or chest routes. It's good for one for I don't know what happened there. It's good, like one time if you see a guy take a route that you might not have taken, you can follow it for the first time, but do not expect the same route to work the next day, because well, it won't. You can try for yourselves, but it won't, right? So you can pretty much spend your resin in any way you want. Just spend it. It's there for you. Hopefully we get in the next update, as we may have seen in the leaks and whatnot, that there will be ways to refresh the resin daily, or like grab some extra resin from the guild or something. We have to see that. But resin is pretty much the main source of EXP for you in the end game. So you want to keep that in mind. So I also recommend, well, it depends from person to person, but if you want to progress fast, I recommend spending all your moons, like the fragile resin refreshes and whatnot. See, I'm going to show you. I think it's pretty much the ratio is like, yeah, so per 20 resin spent, you're gonna get 100 EXP. So the domains that cost 40 resin, and they're gonna give you 200. 20 resin is going to give you 100, and the major bosses, I think, will give you 300 because they're 60 resin. Another tip for you guys, this is something I think that many people overlook or just ignore, or just skip for now. Go to your diamond shops in the city, diamond icons, and just buy everything and spend the rest on Mora. That's what I recommend. Or go straight for the Mora if you want. We do not know if these shops will refresh on monthly basis or weekly basis. Well, we do know it's not on weekly basis because the game is already a week old. So it might be a monthly refresh, but we have yet to see that and confirm the information on that. But for now, just I just recommend spending on like buy everything from the shop and buy the Mora. That's all you need. Mora is everything, you know, as in real life. In the game, same thing. If you didn't know, the shops also differ from city to city, and they use also different currencies. As you can see, I've not bought everything from this shop yet, but I do plan on doing that. I already bought the Mora that costs one. Then you have the Infinite Mora for two. Obviously, if you buy everything else, that's the only thing you can get. But yeah, do check both shops and buy out everything you can. In terms of EXP, once you've done all the obvious things, you're pretty much left with your dailies and resin spending activities to get your adventure rank higher. You obviously get these short story quests to try out new characters at 32, 34, 36, but they do not give a lot of EXP. I think it's around 1,000 or 2,000 at max, which is not even half the level. You can see I'm 34, pushing for 35. And well, besides that, you've got chests and exploring, but that takes time, obviously. I've seen I'mAQtPie invite 3 people that worked basically as chest slaves for him, just looking around for chests that he can later pick up. And I'm not gonna do that. That's not fun. My goal is just to get to 35 as fast as you can, because as you can see, that's when you can move on to the next world rank, level 4 for world, and that's when you get your characters to level 70 and unlock all their talents, and that's gonna set you up good for the Spiral Abyss. Another thing I want to talk about is refreshing your resin with Primo Gems. If you're mostly free to play player like myself, and if you're all set with your teams, like you don't feel the need to roll for more characters at the moment, you should be spending your moons and your Primo Gems. You can refresh with Primo Gems 5 times a day. You should be spending that to get as much resin as you can to progress as fast as you can and get to at least level 35 as fast as you can once again. The benefits for on level 35 are just huge, you know, better rewards from all the bosses, from domains. Uh, you get just better rewards overall, and once again, your characters unlock their full potential. You know, I suggest you to stop working on your levels right then and there. I think if you're going to push for level 40, you're just going to ruin the game for yourself. This game was not meant to be played at this tempo, and level 35 is just sufficient for everything. I think you can absolutely do everything with level 35. Once you reach that, you should start focusing on more so on your characters than your levels. I mean, surely do your daily routines, like your dailies, don't get capped on resin, and all that still applies, you know. But instead of focusing on the levels, you should be focusing on your characters and get your teams for a Spiral Abyss up as much as you can, so you can push the highest floors and get the rewards, because that's pretty much all of the end game we have right now. And I know I've talked about using Primogems and your moons to refresh your resin to get the levels fast, but if you feel like you can do it without it, then don't. As you can see, I still have some of my moons left. That is because I am saving it. Oh, I still have a spare Geoculus here. I don't know why. I'm saving the moons until after level 35, so I can do more bosses and more domains after that. Another tip I have, if you're rolling, which you should be, I mean, it's a gacha game, in the shop, in the Stardust Exchange tab, be sure to use up all your chances to exchange for your fates. You get 5 of each month. They refresh. I'm saving up pretty much for the next month. Once I have enough for the next month, I will probably start spending on some of the other stuff. And you can also spend here. I'm saving up for Razor, but that's pretty much up to you how you use those. I want Razor, but the characters in there also rotate, I think, so keep that in mind. Um, as you can see right underneath my name, I keep a track of my wish count, and I suggest you to do the same thing. In the wish tab, as you can see, if you open up the details, you can see the rates for each character and whatnot, but the pity system is explained, and it guarantees you a 5-star item once per 90 attempts. So if you do not get a 5-star, your 90th pull is going to be a 5-star, right? So if you've not pulled any 5-stars yet, like me in the permanent wish, you should be counting and expecting to see it very soon, which is really nice. It's good to know that at least. You could see on my team I've got Venti and Ketching, and I got pretty lucky. I pulled both of those in my Venti banner, so I'm at 60 pulls in the normal banner and standard banner, and I've not yet pulled a 5-star. So in the next 30, I'm gonna pull a 5-star. Yay! We've got pretty much everything out of the way now, so let's talk about the end game and what is Spiral Abyss. You unlock it at adventure rank 20, if I'm correct, and you can reach it by flying, or there's gonna be like a black hole that will take you here to this island, and once you unlock it, you can just teleport right on top of it. As you can see, we have 8 floors here, 8 floor of mobs and challenges, and after that, there's more floors, like 9, 10, 11, and even further. And those floors will reset every. I think they will reset it twice a month. Yeah, so on the 1st and 16th day of each month, the Abyssal Moon Spires rewards will be reset. As you can see, there's also different affixes for different time of the year. These are similar to like World of Warcraft affixes for mythic dungeons and whatnot. Here you can see the rewards for all of the floors. These are the permanent rewards, one-time rewards, and you can get some 5-star artifacts in here as well if you successfully get the stars required for the reward. Right, so what do we need to participate in this thingy? As you can see, till floor 4, you're going to need just one team of characters. That means 4 characters exactly. But after that, floor 5 and I think every floor after that, you're going to need 2 teams of characters, and that is when the game starts to be expensive in terms of upgrading them, because upgrading 8 characters is not fun and easy by any means. So here you can see I'll show you my 2 main teams that I'm planning on using with this current roster of characters that I have. So I have 1 archer on each team, I have 1 healer on each team, I got my support DPS or element appliers, and I got my main DPS. Different floors also have different affixes, as you can see right above the characters. This is pretty much important, and floor 5 is pretty much generic. It depends on HP, but before that, if you're trying to push floor 3, as you can see, there's an emo damage boost. So if you do that, you might want to use 2 of your wind characters, for example. So to make the most use of it, obviously. If I did not have Venti, you could use like your main character and Sucrose, for example. Free to play friendly, whatever. As you can see, floor 8 also pretty generic. This video is getting long enough, so I'm gonna move character builds and artifacts and all that into the next video. I hope you guys found all this information useful. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, ask me anything you want in the comments. I will try to respond as fast as I can. And thank you once again for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.